Yo, 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 what's up, nerd family? Welcome once again to the Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh, aka Enosh Fett, and it's great to have you all with me in the lounge tonight. Look, if this is your first time in the lounge, know that the Poindexter Lounge is a place for nerds, a place where you and me and all of us can get together and talk about the things that we love, things like TV shows, movies, games, sci-fi, fantasy, comic books, superheroes, toys, and so much more. And if those things get you excited, then you're probably a cool person. I mean, you probably in the 80s wouldn't have been, but now in 2022, it is your time to shine. It is your time to reign supreme in the world of pop culture. So, hey, if that's you, please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell and join what we're doing here, because we're doing some cool stuff where all the cool kids are. We are the cool kids now. The nerds have taken over. It is a revenge of the nerds, if you will. Okay, so tonight we know why we're here. The first two episodes of Obi-Wan Kenobi just dropped, and I have watched them both, and so have my panelists, and so we are going to discuss this. First off, to the panelists, remember please that this will be a non-spoiler discussion. We're going to do our best. There may be some spoilery stuff, and if everybody here has watched it by the time we get here, we may even talk about a couple of things that are in it. We may just go for it, to be quite honest with you. If you haven't seen this, and gosh, man, I know I already put non-spoiler on there, but I guess I may just give a warning. If you're wanting to be totally spoiler free, you may not want to watch this episode until after you have ingested Obi-Wan Kenobi episodes 1 and 2. All right, so just giving you fair warning. That's what it is. All right, and I'll even put that probably up on here. But anyways, joining me tonight on my esteemed panel, gotta love them. I love this group of people so much, and I think that we have the best ones here, to be quite honest with you. So the best, as Macho Man would say, oh yeah, the cream of the crop. The cream rises to the top. Oh yeah, and that's what I gotta say about these people right here. They are the cream of the crop. And so tonight, of course, we have Mr. Brian, Master of None. What's up, Brian?
Dude. I just witnessed some sweet Star Wars, man.
Dude, Star Wars is back, bro.
And not only that, but like prequel Star Wars.
Yes. Also, here tonight, we've got Chris, the bipolar Jedi. What's up, Chris?
That shit was so good. Seeing you and back on the screen again. Oh my god.
Ooh.
Even and he was just working in a factory chopping meat, and I was like, "This is epic."
I know, right? Like, who would?
He's just seems like a job he do.
He's just chopping fucking, a crate dragon meat. But I'm marking out. I am marking out.
He's just loving it. He's loving every minute, man. He's stealing a little offside. You know what I'm saying? But he's got it. Also here tonight, we've got Thade. What's up, Thade?
Amazing. Obi-Wan is back, y'all.
I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, I think before Obi-Wan had to, do his thing in these episodes, he's stuck in a rut, man. And you could he's really Ewan's really showing the PTSD. I love his acting in this.
Yeah,
right?
No,
as a sufferer of PTSD myself, the dreams are there. He's having the nightmares. He's not wanting to help. He's not wanting to do anything. He's just kind of stuck in a rut with what he does, and it's effective, man. I feel it. I do.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah, heck yeah. Okay, also, let's bring a couple more in here. Also, we have the lovely Stella. What's up, Stella?
Hey, Nash. Yeah, we need watch parties for this. I mean,
You know, like, I would love to do watch parties, man. I used to do watch parties. I thought about doing a watch party for this. The only problem is, like, people can't see them while you're doing them. You know, unless you do it on Twitch, you can do that. Obviously, we could show it on Twitch. But gosh, man, but maybe next week. Maybe next week. Let's see.
I mean, if there's also enough of us, we could do it within Disney Plus, the watch party function.
Yeah, like look, even if we just did it together, like, you know what I mean, like this way. But of course, my family knew that I was gonna watch this tonight. When I found out that it was dropping at midnight, not 3 a.m., I was like, yeah, I'm in. I'm sorry.
I'm up.
All right. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Anthony rounding out our panel for tonight.
What up?
Hey, Anthony.
What's up, Anthony?
What's up? My bad. What's up?
Welcome, and welcome everybody in the chat.
The girl who they got to play Princess Leia, I was like, oh my gosh, she embodied that role.
I'm telling you,
just
man.
love it.
I'm telling you, man.
Crushed it, man. She
really
crushed
did.
it.
It was amazing. Okay, so we'll say hi to everybody here. What's up? We got Todd here. Snyder to Marvel. even on the dedicated Star Wars stream. But I love you, Todd. I love you, Todd.
Somebody had to bring it up.
I love you. What's up, Vince? Good to see you, my brother. What's up? Oh, it says, hey, Enosh and Nerd Family can't wait for Obi-Wan series. Hope it's not just 6 episodes. Well, it is just 6 episodes. So.
Well, 6 episodes into a movie.
Though Ewan did say that as long as they approve another season, he'd be up for it.
Heck yeah. What's up, Blake? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you, Blake. RJ's out there somewhere in the world. Marvel Mania. Darth Scipio is here. Kenobi series is oh, come on.
Oh, God. Jesus, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
Roman Sith Lords, what do you want?
The good news for Scipio is...
Oh, I hate you.
All right.
Scipio is he endured through 2 episodes, and you don't have to watch the other 4. Go watch something else, bro.
There you go.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it, bro.
By the
You don't
way,
have to do it.
episode 3 OB-WAN is dropping on Wednesday. So, yeah.
Oh,
I
next
know
one.
when I heard that, I got even more excited because I thought we were going to have to wait 10
Cherie
days.
is
5
here.
days.
What's up, Cherie? Good to see you, Cherie. Michael S. is here. Kenobi is really solid so far. Laser Luke. Hey, Luke, I got a bone to pick with you. You're the first one to duet one of my videos on TikTok, and you gave me a hard time, and I don't appreciate that. No, I mean, he did, but I'm messing with you, Luke. Like, I gotta remember what he did. What did he do? He which one? What the heck did he do? He did something. I can't find it. I'm not gonna waste a bunch of time. Oh yeah, here it is. Oh wait, hold on. That's not the right one. Hold on, wait a second. What? Wait, hold on. What did you do? Oh, he did. Oh, he did. He duetted that one too. Oh, that one was good. Yeah, that's good. All right, I just got the thing just taken down. Okay. No, here. Is that the? Dang it! Come on, I had it. Hold on a second. He did another one, so that one makes up for that one, Luke.
So with the Batman coming out on Blu-ray and other forms of media this week, I'm reminded that I really don't feel a need to rewatch this film. I mean, I saw it twice in the theater, and so I feel like I supported it.
Facts.
And it was an okay Batman movie. But it wasn't that great, and there were a lot of things that I had issue with.
Kind of off-putting.
And it
Depressing.
doesn't really matter that the people that I know online who have YouTube channels and who talk about it on podcasts and stuff, they all praise it and gush about it overwhelmingly. But I have yet to meet somebody in real life who just loves the film. Like, literally, everywhere I go, there seems to be a resounding kind of, it was okay. So my question for you is, did you love the Batman, and are you going to buy the Batman? Let me know.
So there you
Yeah,
go.
he's so enough.
Yeah,
He's so
dude.
enough.
I just had to give Luke a hard time. Luke is great. Luke's got a great TikTok, and And so I just had to give him a hard time. Let's see who else there.
Yeah, that Obi-Wan theme song is amazing, though.
James is here. What's up, James? James says, "What's up, nerds? Just finished it, and wow, it was a great time for Star Wars fans." What? Oh, yes, it was a great time for Star Wars fans. Yes, it was. What's up, Jared? Says, "Hey, y'all, pray for me." I think, oh, Jared,
So better,
man, that sucks, bro.
Yeah.
I'm, dude. Yeah, you're in our prayers, man, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Rest and stay hydrated.
Hey, just be glad that you're not. What's his name? Kevin
Smith.
Kevin Smith. So Kevin Smith thinks he has COVID too. But people ask me why I don't trust Giant Freaking Robot like as a channel. Let me tell you why. Because I got a whole thing that I'm gonna do a video about. I swear to God, because their headline today was Kevin Smith may have a deadly disease.
Fatal. They said the word was fatal.
You not.
I kid you not. I saw it.
That was the freaking headline. And I'm like thinking, what the heck, right? Like, I mean, like, look, I'm not saying that COVID is not bad. I mean, you know what I mean? Obviously, people are, it's a very serious thing. I'm not saying not to take, but like, I don't know if, well, hold on a second. Let me see if I can bring this down. But like, because I haven't sent it here. Let's see. Yeah, right there. Kevin Smith has a potentially fatal illness.
He debunked it, right?
I swear to God, Kevin Smith has a potentially fatal illness. He thinks he has COVID, and he said he just felt a little crappy today. And that's what the story says. That's literally what the story says. Talk about freaking clickbait, and you expect me to believe that Warner Brothers, wants to give Affleck $30 million to come back and play Batman. Shut up. I hope it's true too. But you know what? The thing is Giant Freaking Robot can kiss my butt. Kiss my giant freaking butt. What's up, Brodan? Good to see you, Brodan.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Okay. What's up, JB Lewis? Good to see you. You're welcome, man. You're welcome, Luke. I love you, bro. And Dark Stars here says, "Hey Nash, I really enjoyed Kenobi. And oh my God, the ending in episode 2, my jaw dropped." Yes, we'll get into that. I'm just warning you now. It's gonna be really hard to talk about this whole thing without any spoilers, but
yeah.
we may go spoiler territory. We may just have to. Look, you might just have to know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
What else can we talk about?
I know, right?
We liked it. That's it.
Okay.
You don't talk about.
Is there a better pool for how many of Mike Zero and Doomcock's leaks are not going to be true for the soon-to-be streaming Kenobi?
What are you talking about? You're thinking of somebody else, Brodan. I've always felt.
I tell you now, it's going to be woke. It's going to be woke. They have a black woman Inquisitor. Can I say anything else about how woke it is?
A video about Ryan Cannon right now about
I've always felt that I've always felt that Obi-Wan would have PTSD during that time.
Heck yeah.
So I don't know what he's talking about. I've always said I wanted him to have. I've always argued that he does have PTSD.
So let's jump in. I'm just warning you now. Spoiler.
I will find you, Rodan. I know where the fuck you live.
Hey, whoa! What the heck?
Whoa.
Man, it's like my 13-year-olds in my class, man, this week. Like, dude, calm it down. Tone it down a little bit, Chris.
Oh, they were cursing at each other.
Bullying me, man. You're just gonna let him do that?
I will send you both to the office right now. I will. I swear to God, I will get somebody in here. I will get somebody in here, and you do not want to be suspended till the end of the school year, Chris. I'm telling you right now. Do not start with me.
I'll behave.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Don't get suspended, Chris.
There you go.
You have to be around.
There it is. Okay. So, episode 1, folks. Obi-Wan on Tatooine, watching Luke, getting into it with Uncle Owen, Inquisitors everywhere. I got to be honest. I don't hate the Grand Inquisitor.
No.
I don't.
It was from the trailers. Like
that was the first thing I said to Brian when we were watching with RJ. I was like, he really doesn't look that bad.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
And he's got the Sith eyes.
Yeah, when
yes,
the
he
eyes
does.
went yellow, that was cool.
Yes. Yep. But
You see Obi-Wan working.
You see Obi-Wan just working for a living.
You know something I've got to say about that though is I did not realize the Opis were carnivorous.
Oh, that's a good point.
I thought they were plant eaters. Most mounts are plant eaters, but apparently that thing eats meat because he's been bringing it meat.
Yeah.
The first 5 minutes of the show,
Well, that's why they have gas.
the first five, listen, it just reminded me why I hate Jawas, and I think they're filthy little creatures.
Yes.
They live in Order 66 from a different angle.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh!
I
Look,
always love that.
that was really cool. I thought
That
they were going to
opening
show
was
Anakin
incredible.
for a
I
second.
think when I was saying this earlier with Brian, I think one of those kids that was with that
It's
Jedi
Reva. Yep.
is Reva.
Reba.
Yep.
You see that girl, the little girl? That's her.
But when that
You
door
see-
opens
you-
up
yeah,
and you see
that's
all the
absolutely
Jedi
right.
in the palace fighting
Mhm.
all the 501st and getting murked, I'm just like, this
Where's
is
Grogu?
dope.
I will say the kid that said we got to run, that acting could have been better.
Yes, he's a little kid.
Well, yeah, so could the Master Skywalker. There's
Well,
too
that
many
kid,
of them.
you know, but you know that kid like almost ad-libbed that, like literally, like he was the only kid who could remember that line, Brian.
Yeah.
There's an interview with that kid because he's an adult now, and I saw this interview with him, and he talks about how he got that role. The only reason he got that role because he was the only kid who could remember the dialogue. And they were like, and like literally,
Right
they had
on.
all the kids in the room, and like George is like, "Hey, who knows the thing?" And he raised his hands, and that's what he did.
Yep, it's
I would
simple as
agree,
that.
JB, I would agree with that. But Anakin's March, then Ahsoka and Rex. I always liked Anakin's March first. That's like always my favorite. But then, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, not to
The
skip
Ahsoka
too
and
far
Rex.
into episode 2, but who thought that was Rex for a second?
I
did
for a
too. I
second,
thought that,
I did
Hot
because
second,
Rex
yeah.
has a beard in Rebels.
Yeah.
I kept expecting him to show up and saving Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Didn't you? I mean, like I
Yeah.
mean, just for a minute. I
thought that
kind
was
of.
Cody too. I thought that was Cody
Cody
too.
wears orange.
Yeah,
Cody wears
Cody
orange.
Cody
That's
wears
blue.
orange.
Rex wears blue.
But you know, but it was a nice little cameo for Tamara Morrison.
Yep.
And
Yes.
I keep saying this, but people keep like, then I don't know, maybe they're just not feeling what I'm saying. But in my opinion, that was a purposeful allegory on how we treat our veterans today. Did you
Yeah.
see the
Oh, it
new
was.
sleek,
Thank you.
sleek
Yes.
stormtroopers
Perfectly.
walking through with their
Perfectly.
high-paying jobs, and then you got the clone trooper? They don't need no more, just sitting there begging for change. It was a complete allegory on how we treat our vets.
Oh yeah. Completely.
Yep.
That was my
Completely.
second favorite scene in the whole 2 episodes.
Okay. So Obi-Wan gets kind of pulled into. So we get to see young Leia, which we already talked about.
She's a
Young-
killer.
She's
little
phenomenal.
little
She's killing it.
Leia. They couldn't have done any better.
Yeah.
When
I
she's
mean-
She
lecturing
sounds so much
Obi-Wan,
like Padme. She
when
sounds so
she's
much
like,
like Padme.
dude, when she's flat out lecturing Obi-Wan like he's a child, it brought me back to the way she talked to Han on the Death Star when they first met. Just started
Just
lecturing Han
walking
right out the
carpet
gate.
out of my way.
She is absolutely a leader. I love that we're gonna get to see how her mom was, how her dad was, and why she is the leader she is. You
Heck
know,
yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Now I got a question though. Because like,
Yes.
is Bail Organa the king?
Yeah, because she's a princess,
Yes.
right?
But like,
Yeah.
why?
She is the
Yeah,
king.
because she's a princess. But like, why are they still like? I understand he's a senator too, but like, what is he like? What?
Bail Organa is
On the
Lord of
planet.
Alderaan.
Yeah.
A lot of the senators, the way it works is a lot of the senators are like the heads of their planet.
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
wasn't. Didn't they in one of the books show that Alderaan operated a lot like Parliament in the UK?
Yeah,
There's traditional
basically.
king, queen, princess, but there's also a democracy there. But
Yeah.
so that could be it too.
It's what they call a constitutional monarchy,
Like Naboo.
like Naboo.
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 Naboo. Abu Tata.
So we saw young Leia, amazing,
And Luke.
excellent. By the way, shout out about Flea.
Yes.
Flea showing up and playing a part. I tell you what, man.
And then dying, poor guy.
Yeah.
But hey, what a way to go, man.
Yeah.
He went out helicopter style. He went out airwolf style.
Oh yeah.
Can I just say that I'm so thankful that so far, because I swear to God, I thought she
None
was
of
gonna
them
do
have
it.
flown with it.
I swore to God, man, I was just like sitting there like, going, please don't, please just don't.
Was
Don't
anybody vibing with the way she was heading across that city? Jesus, man, the rooftop thing she was
So
doing.
there were a couple of moves that she did where I was like, hey, that's really cool. And then she did a couple of moves that I was kind of like, well, that was unnecessary. That was kind of.
Her doing backflip. Yeah,
I'm trying to remember though what that reminds me of, because it's almost like a when she did that thing where she was like on all fours and like she propelled herself. What is that from? That's from something that
That
somebody
looks
else.
like how the Lupins moved in
Yeah.
Underworld.
Yeah, but there's something else though that it looked identical to, that was similar like that, like a werewolf kind of thing, but I don't think it was a werewolf thing. Maybe it was.
Jarvis says parkour.
Well, you have to remember that a lot of these these Inquisitors and Dark Jedi, they react a whole lot more instinctual than they would like a normal human. The dark side leads to animalism.
Yeah. No, I know that. I know that. I didn't have really a problem with that. I'm just saying, like, it looked like it looked like something else that I had seen in a movie.
I get what you're saying. I just can't recall.
It was
what
like
it
the
is.
Crow. Is that was what Chris was saying?
Never seen The Crow, so I know that it wasn't The Crow for me. I don't know.
I will admit though, Chris, that rooftop run was kind of like what Eric did in The Crow, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was doing a couple of moves.
I can't think, but at some point though, I was kind of a little bit like, that's a little like too much parkour for me. Like she didn't have to do all those moves. A couple of the moves were fine.
I was getting straight up the Crow vibes when he's running across the rooftops. That chase scene on the rooftops, I was literally singing to Brian, "They keep calling me."
Yeah.
I was getting total Crow vibes, man. I like that. I like that chick.
It was also very Matrixy to me. It was also very Matrixy to me.
People are going to complain about Reva.
That might be
I
it.
love her. I love her.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like I said, most of it was fine for me. There was just a little bit too much of the parkour thing. There was a couple moves, I should just say, that it didn't seem like she had to do to get over there.
Yeah, like she didn't have to flip backwards when that thing fell over.
Yeah,
she didn't have to flip backwards. She was already over there. But the running on the wall and then jumping on the other wall and then flipping onto the other rooftop, that was sick.
Yeah, I will say too, though. I did like the you could tell that at some point he was going to make Leia float.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah. So I just kept waiting for that.
I told Brian the way she was throwing her little fit. Make me float. Now, I want to float now. Make me float. I was like, man, she's coming off real Veruca Salt, Willy Wonka right now. I want some Oompa now, Daddy.
She knows that. She knows that.
Whoever the actress is, I'm telling you, that actress, she's the next like Haley Steinfeld or something like that.
She was in the movie Bird Box. That little girl was in the movie Bird Box.
She's phenomenal. She's great.
Yeah, no, that part was really good. I know we're going to a lot of episode 2, but I mean, like episode 1, a lot of great setup. What did you think about like Obi-Wan, like with the whole Jedi thing, man, and like the Jedi finding him and
my favorite scene in episode 1, Joel Edgerton killed it. Joel Edgerton crushed it as Uncle Owen, and I love that they actually finally have put a story arc in there that proves Uncle Owen wasn't just some cold bastard who didn't care about Luke. He was willing to die for Luke in that moment.
Yep. Yep.
And,
well, also
Reva chopping off the hand, Enosh, that whole scene was amazing.
Yeah.
Dude, did you guys get the vibes of what's the guy's name? Actor, and I just can't think of his name right now. He's been in all kinds of stuff. He was in G.I. Joe. He was General Hawk. He was in Jaws 3. He was
Randy Quaid?
Not Randy Quaid, Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid. He was giving off some Dennis Quaid vibes there for a minute.
Enemy Mine.
Yeah, he was giving off some Dennis Quaid vibes there for a second, and I loved it. I loved every second of it.
I just love his. Oh yeah, like you trained Anakin, like you did his father. Like
I love.
We knew that. We knew that line was coming, and it still stung.
Both my favorite scenes. Both my favorite scenes in these first 2 episodes were short. First, the clone trooper, but in episode 1, when Obi goes and digs up his lightsaber and you see Anakin's lightsaber.
Anakin's, yeah.
Yes.
That was dope.
Yes.
When he
Yes,
does,
it
I'm
was.
sorry, Chris, I didn't hear you. What did you say there?
when he dug up when he went out to the desert and dug up his own lightsaber and Anakin's was in there too.
Yeah.
That scene, just that deep
Uh,
cut, bro. It just makes you think back. It's so good. It's so
Something
well
that hit
done.
me,
So
something
well
that hit
done.
me in this first episode was after he goes out there and tells Owen that after Obi-Wan comes out there and tells Owen thank you after the whole incident with the Inquisitor,
I did it for you.
I
and
didn't do it for you.
Yeah.
and
Didn't
Owen
do it
looks
for
at him and
you.
goes, "I didn't do it for you."
Mhm.
That was
Yeah, he's
another-
like,
Okay, how
salute.
many of you guys though are waiting for the full on people who are going to be ticked off because she's every bit as important as him.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Oh, what, Leia?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Dude, they've already been bitching about Leia, man. They've
She's
already
every
been
bit as
complaining.
but it's Luke. It's Luke.
Luke went
Like-
the Jedi path. Leia became a
Dude.
senator and a
But
general.
there is the other.
She's the
Dude.
mother of the Rebel Alliance. Okay.
He's
Look,
the-
and I
the-
love
the-
Luke. I love Luke. Don't get me wrong. I love Luke. Luke was my hero growing up. But I swear to you,
My God, Enos is a fake Star Wars fan.
he's
Oh
woke.
woke.
no, he's giving up
So
Snyder
woke.
for Star Wars. Oh no.
I'm so woke. So woke.
They're literally
Uh,
making a Reddit post about you right now.
Right. Yeah. No, seriously, man. Seriously though, but like that people are going to be complaining about the fact that he said that about Leia because like, oh, they made a point to say that Leia is just as important as Luke.
Any real Star Wars
No.
fan, and I don't like using that term because I
Yeah.
think anybody can be a Star Wars fan, but any real person who loves Star Wars
Yeah.
has always known that she was equally as important as Luke. She
Well,
always was.
Yoda even
They
says
established that
it
in the New Hope.
I know.
Yoda even says it in Empire. He says there is another.
Yep.
They
There's
always
another.
knew that she was
Yeah.
just as important or more so
Yeah.
than Luke.
But here's what blew my mind. I can't believe, as big as a Star Wars stan as I am, I cannot believe that I did not know that Obi knew or didn't know that Anakin had lived, that Darth Vader. I had no idea.
Yeah,
though,
that blew my mind. Yeah.
That though they wrote that in that because
They did it run.
But if you really think about it, I was thinking about it too. Try to run the canon in your head. They never really have said what he did after he left Anakin there. I guess he just assumed Anakin died.
but he knew that he was Darth Vader. He knew that he was Darth Vader. That he took
Later
the mantle.
on. This is maybe
No,
how
No,
found
he
out.
knew in episode 3 that he had taken the mantle of Darth Vader. That he had
Yeah,
taken the
well-
name Darth Vader. He knew
Yeah, that's
that.
what I said, right? And if it's been 10 years and you know the Empire,
That's
is running
why
the whole
that's why when
galaxy
she
now,
said Lord Vader will be pleased, he knew it was Anakin. That was the
Yeah.
whole point. Right? So he knew just by her saying Lord Vader will be pleased. The problem with that though is the only way that you can justify that is to say that Obi-Wan was so off the grid for 10 years that he never saw any news broadcast
About
Vader,
said-
nothing.
Can I kind of explain that?
Which doesn't make any sense because he knew exactly what the Inquisitors were.
Well, if you'll notice, he's kind of exiled himself to the outer reaches. He doesn't even stay in town.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think at this point it's kind of willful ignorance. You've got to understand the whole PTSD thing about it.
And he was
like,
disconnected from the Force on purpose.
he's
That's why it took him
disconnected.
so long
True.
to save Leia.
He's
Get his power back.
disconnected, so he's got a lot of like disassociation with the world right now. He's not. He's in it, but he's not. You know what I'm saying? Like
He distanced himself from.
Yeah,
well, no,
Yeah,
no,
but he would have
it's
to be
worse than that.
completely off the grid because the legend of Darth Vader would have echoed through the galaxy. The two Sith.
Well, and
It'd be
like I said-
not knowing who the president and the vice president are.
But like I said too, the other thing about that though is that he knew exactly what the Inquisitors were. How do you know what the Inquisitors are without knowing that Darth Vader
The Emperor, maybe.
is out there?
He knows the Emperor made it. Maybe in his mind, the Emperor already took on a second apprentice. Maybe in his mind, Reva is the other apprentice, which I think she's Vader's apprentice, to be honest. I think they're doing the whole.
I
Yeah,
think
like
she could be a
Star
secret
Wars
princess.
I
Unleashed.
think they're doing. You
Yeah.
guys remember Force Unleashed? They
Force
decanonized it, but
Unleashed.
the Star Killer character arc was very impressive. I think they're doing the Star Killer arc, but with her. They just switched characters.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I just think that part was a little strange for me. That he didn't know that Vader was alive. To me.
No, it was to me too, because I never knew that. And then I started
Yeah.
looking through all the canon, and I was like, wow, they never really did talk about it.
Did George Lucas know that?
Don't know. It's flexible.
I'll call him. Hold on.
Okay, I will. Yes, Slick. Okay, Slick. Will brings this up. It was odd for Obi to go up to Owen while the crowd was still there and deliver that line where he talks about where he says thank you. You know, when everybody was still there, and just after the Inquisitors left. That
Again, I think that goes
I think
to
it's
the
just
fact
pacing.
that well, for one, it's pacing, but for two, I think it just adds to the fact that he's disconnected right now. He's out of joint. When you have PTSD, and this is something I'm going to explain, when you're not treated for it and you're affected by it, you do things that don't make sense. You start like disassociating from the world so badly that things don't always add up for you. Like,
Yeah, I was talking to Brian, and I was like, I jumped in on it because we were watching it live with Arjun. I was like, he's literally just wearing his saber on his side, and the little girl's like, "What is that? Oh my God, are you?"
It's a lightsaber.
He's just literally rolling around on a planet where everybody's looking for him, and he's just like a 6-shooter on his hip. It's a light. Anybody
that
who sees that's
lightsaber
gonna know what
hanging
it
off.
is. Yeah, that part I didn't like. I was like, ooh, they kind of messed up their look.
well, again, I think it. I know I keep beating this like a dead horse, but like I think it's because he's disassociated right now. I mean, look at the look in his face a lot of the time. I mean, he knows it's important. He knows he's trying to save this girl, but he's also what if like okay, so what if it's like he's trying? He maybe wants to die. You really got to like think about his mindset right now.
Sure,
If
sure.
he could want to die, I mean, he could feel like he deserves to die.
Yeah, but he also seems obsessed with doing his duty as a Jedi. They said he's the last of a dying faith. He still believes that he's got to train Luke.
Well, you heard what the Inquisitor said the very first part when they were hunting that one Jedi. He says Jedi cannot help but be Jedi.
Yeah, that was a good line, actually.
Yeah, no, it was a great line, and that whole thing was great. Now, what about the tone, though? Okay, of the fact that Obi-Wan tells that Jedi when he finds him, it's over, we lost. But in the same breath, he's telling Owen he's got to train Luke.
Well, that could just be because, remember the Jedi have always thought that if you leave a child untrained, that you could end up with a Darksider.
Well, not only that, I still think that he believes in the prophecy. I think Obi believes
think
in
he believes
Qui-Gon,
in the
and he
cause.
believes in the prophecy.
But then we didn't lose, though.
Well, the Jedi lost that battle, but the war's not over. I guess what he
Yeah,
meant.
you know what I mean, though. Like, you
But
know
he
what I
didn't
mean?
tell him to do. He didn't tell that Jedi to do anything he wouldn't do himself, because you saw later on he went out and got his own lightsaber out of the middle of the desert.
Well, he killed himself.
Well, he was also just trying to get that guy to save his own life and just stay out of there, just hide and save your life.
True.
He even said go to the desert.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. It was cool to see Alderaan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alderaan is beautiful.
Very cool.
Too bad it turns into a crispy cinder later, but
I love the way that Leia snaps at her cousin.
yeah.
Oh, so good. So good.
Have you noticed the subtle uses of the Force she's doing?
Oh, yeah.
It's like she doesn't know she's doing it, but
she doesn't know. Yeah, but yeah.
And that whole running away from Flea was basically an obstacle course, the same way she was training Rey in The Rise of Skywalker.
Wait, no, that's impossible because they're going to erase that.
Oh,
yeah, I heard they're retconning that.
Stop trying to act like these are going to connect somehow and make everything like coherent. And fill in time. Even this show, guys, is going to do that.
I have a question. We were talking about Alderaan just a second ago. Does it give you like Northern Germany vibes, like that little area? Like it seems like the Black Forest of Germany. Like
it gave me Salt Lake City vibes. It did. It felt like Utah. I'm like, wow, man, Alderaan's gorgeous, man. Looks like Utah and shit. You got the mountains right there. That really great house.
you know what I really liked? I liked what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something to you about that. It's about Leia. Um, when they're getting ready to leave, and what does Obi-Wan tell her? When they have the moment where he relates her to
Spider-Man.
no. He relates her to Padme.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, dude.
Spider-Man, yeah.
My third favorite scene. The fact that they even would harken back to Padme.
Oh, well, no, I
Caught
love how
me
he
in the
says,
feels,
he
bro,
says,
because he can't tell her that it's her mom. But
I
he's
like
like,
when
you
he
remind
says,
me of
but,
someone very special in my past, you know? Like,
and she's like, well, where's your friend? And he's like, she's dead. And
She's
then the
dead.
look on little Leia's face is like, oh, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
that was a great scene,
It's one
man.
of those moments of like, she's a princess, but she knows when she gets it when she's pushed too far with people. So
And
she's
I can
like,
tell
oh,
you,
I just
Shut down
pushed
your
too
life.
much. Oh, damn. You
and I
know?
can
Right,
tell you
right.
right now, I'm gonna love every scene with that little girl
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
and
I
her
already
dad.
do.
I'm gonna love
Dude.
every scene with her
Where's
and her
Oh,
mom
and
and her and her
Where's
dad.
okay,
Luke?
another good scene for me, and this is just because I was the dad to little girls. The scene with her and Bale on the balcony.
Yes.
That's what I'm
Yes.
Oh
talking
my
about. Any
gosh.
scene with her and her dad is
Excellent.
gonna be killed when she says, "I don't even want to be a senator," and he's like, "That's what's gonna make you a great one."
Oh, I know.
Such a great line, dude.
So good. So good. God. Jimmy, it was good to see Jimmy Smits back.
Yeah, it is.
Although Jimmy
He
Smits
looks old. He looks
Jimmy
yeah,
Smits
he
looks older than
old,
Obi-Wan, and she's all
Yeah.
like you could be my grandpa. Like when he's like yeah, I'm just telling you you're my
Yeah, I
daughter.
think they
Like
aged
more
him
like
up a little
grandpa.
bit too much. Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy Smits looks much older than Obi-Wan, so
Obi-Wan,
that
yeah.
was kind of funny. Plus he's getting around a lot, because he's old, man. Like
Well, he's gonna
Jimmy
be
Smits.
playing this character until the age of 60, so I would not be surprised.
Yeah. But man, Obi-Wan, oh gosh, man, I was half expecting him to help out that guy who got underpaid at the meat processing plant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like give him his credits or kind of do the portion thing where it's like, no,
He
you're
should
gonna
have choked
give
him.
him more, give
Mhm.
me more, whatever. I was waiting for somebody to catch him sneaking meat.
Yeah.
No, I
Right?
never noticed that. Yeah, he just took that shit. Yeah.
Oh, Enosh, I just sent you something to your Instagram.
Okay.
It's not Obi-Wan, but it's Star Wars related.
Okay.
It's a little 7-minute clip that was animated. It's based on the X-Wing Raid Squadron books.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
I'll
not
check.
yet.
I'll
You're gonna
check it out.
enjoy that. That was great.
Dude,
Yeah,
it is
I'll check it out.
amazing.
Yeah, I'll check.
It's
I'll
a little
check it out.
fan film that was made.
I'll check it out. But yeah, I love the Inquisitors. I thought the Inquisitors looked really great. I love the Grand Inquisitor. I was really surprised that I liked him.
I love the brother. I like the brother look too. He looks
Yeah,
amazing. Song King.
look they did a good job of transferring it over from
The
cartoon to live
Inquisitor that
action.
I really like is the other one that we haven't gotten a name for, the other
That
female.
girl. Yeah,
She's
man.
awesome looking, whatever
got
she
that
is.
whole-
There's something about her though,
She's
because
got
she
like
didn't
that
say a
Asajj
word.
Ventress thing going on, man. Like,
She didn't
it's
say
crazy.
a word.
Yeah.
She didn't say a word.
What
Brian,
if
we
she
love you,
was
bro.
there?
Brian, we
Love
love
you
you, bro.
guys.
Well,
So
you wanna say anything for closing for you?
I really loved it. I'm so glad that we got some good Star Wars content to talk about.
And he's
Should
going
be
to
pretty
see.
fun,
I
man.
convinced him to go see Top
I'm
Gun
gonna go
tomorrow.
see Top Gun tomorrow if I have the time.
Heck
Hopefully
yeah.
before I come on for Sci-Fi Center presents.
Heck yeah, man.
Love
All
you guys.
right, night,
I'm
Brian.
so
You guys
tired.
be
Bye,
good.
Brian.
Night,
Be
Brian.
safe, brother.
We love you, bro. We love you,
Love
bro.
it. All right.
Bye.
Okay. All right. So and then
Also, have you noticed the picky little infighting between the Inquisitors?
well, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
Like
He said, "Back off."
that's just a call back towards how the dark side. There's no like cohesion with dark side.
Oh, it's chaos.
Oh, Mary Sue in the making, but we know who she is, Scipio. Like, we can't call her Mary Sue. We know what Leia's been through. We know her life. We know the sacrifices she's made. So you're just trolling,
Dude, come on, man. Are we being serious right here? Come on. Like, seriously.
You're an ass. You're
I'm just kidding, Darskipio. Look, I'm just kidding. No, she's not a Mary Sue. Everything is not a freaking Mary Sue. Listen. If that's a Mary Sue, then Luke is a freaking Gary Stew. And I've said it from the very beginning. Luke does nothing. He gets no training
Hardly
at
any
all.
at all. Yep.
He gets none, Chris.
He gets a little bit from Yoda, a little bit on Dagobah.
In Empire, but
Yeah.
but here's the thing. In A New Hope, what does he get? Nothing. He gets Obi-Wan showing him how to deflect a blaster bolt.
Yeah.
Right?
For a couple of days.
And all Obi-Wan says to him, Obi-Wan doesn't tell him how to do it. He just says, reach out with the
Reach
Force.
out with your feelings.
Just
yeah.
reach out with your feelings. And Luke just does it.
Yeah.
Like, first time, guys.
All that stuff has always been nitpicky to me with people. I think it's very nitpicky.
I know. Like, Luke
Yeah.
had been sitting there getting shocked left and right, okay? And then Obi-Wan just gives him a little pep talk. Like, he doesn't really tell him how to do it. He's just like, reach out with your feelings, like, and feel the remote. And he does. And he's like, wow, it's almost like I could feel it. That is all the training that Luke gets. That's it from Obi-Wan. And then the next thing you hear, he's taking on the Death Star.
Yeah, and he just hears Obi's voice. That's it.
And he just hears Obi-Wan's voice. And all Obi-Wan says is, trust your feelings, Luke.
Yeah, basically
Use
tell him,
the
turn off your
Force.
computer. Yeah, use your feelings. Don't use the computer.
Use the Force. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And so he turns the computer off and he just blows up the freaking Death Star using the Force. What training did he get? None.
None.
And even his time with Yoda,
None.
guys, you realize that in Empire, he was only really, like, time period wise, he was only with Yoda for about 3 months.
Yeah, he wasn't with them very long at all.
Well, and even then he walks away. Even then he walks away, and he's still having delusions of grandeur, and he's just having visions and stuff. And it's the same Luke, man. That's what Luke does. So all this BS about Luke got so much training. Shut up.
No, dude. If you watch Empire, if you really watch Empire and study it the way I have, Vader toys with him. Vader literally toys with him.
Look, I've been getting people pissed off lately because everything that happens to all of our heroes, all the bad stuff that happens to all of our heroes, is all Luke's fault in Empire. And I love Luke. But Luke,
very much so.
But Luke gets all cocky. It's only because of Luke that Han is frozen in carbonite. Because if Luke does not go, if Luke does not go to Bespin, everyone gets away scot-free because Lando would have got them off of Bespin. Mm-hmm. And they would have all regrouped. Luke would have been trained as a Jedi, and the galaxy would have been fine.
I mean, Han got tortured just so Luke would feel it. That was
exactly.
That was
Luke. Luke sits there and says, but they may die. And Yoda goes, and Obi-Wan says, you don't know that. And he asks Yoda, and Yoda goes, uncertain the future is, or whatever, like unclear the future is. And he says, well, should I just let him die? And I've said it time and time again. Yoda, like a gangster, says, yes.
That is their destiny.
If you value what they fight for.
Yeah.
If you value what they fight for, yes, you'll let them die. And Luke's like, no, I'm not going to do that. So he leaves. He goes. The only reason Han gets frozen in carbonite is because they were preparing the carbon chamber for Luke.
Mm-hmm.
And Lando says to Vader, if you put him in there, because Vader says prepare it for Skywalker, and he says if you put Skywalker in there, it could kill him. And Vader says, I do not want the Emperor's prize damaged. Put Captain Solo in. We will test it out on Captain Solo. And they test it on Solo. Solo gets frozen in carbonite. Solo gets sent off with Boba Fett, right? And then he says, take the princess and the Wookiee to my ship, right? And so Lando goes, but Lando saves everybody. He had a backup plan.
Have you guys ever noticed that? Like, I know it sounds like we're bashing on Luke right now, but we're not. We love Luke, but he had flaws. That was the whole point of the story arc. He had flaws. Mm-hmm. But have you ever noticed that Vader is always giving Obi the credit? Obi-Wan has taught you well. He didn't teach you shit. He just doesn't want to rat out, Yoda.
but Chris, it's those things because people don't actually watch the film and actually listen to the actual stuff in the film. They've heard that their whole life. It's the same reason people are in the stupid Mandela effect thing that they think that he said, Luke, I am your father, when he never said that. He always said, no, I am your father. And that's the thing. Like, the stupid Mandela effect is proof that people don't pay attention to stuff. That's all it is. It's not alternate universe stuff. It's not that we skipped universes or timelines or whatever. It's all a bunch of BS. It's that you don't pay attention.
Yeah, I do. Even to the score. Have any of you guys ever noticed that the score stays the same way through the whole trilogy until Jedi, when he starts fighting Vader? He snaps out over Leia, and the choir kicks in, and the it's the only time the music changes in the
Wonders
entire
musical
trilogy.
cues.
Listen, but you are right, Chris. You're absolutely right in talking about whatchamacallit. Oh, that Vader toys with him because it's not
he
even a
punks
fight.
him. Yeah, it's not even a fight, man.
He
punks
one
him.
hands it, man.
Starts
And
throwing
Luke-
shit at
Luke-
him like, oh, you didn't know we could do this, motherfucker? Bam! Starts hitting
Because
him.
the
with-
whole point is he just wants to take him in. That's the whole
Yeah,
point.
that's
He's not
it.
trying to kill him.
He wants
He's
to
not trying kill him.
humiliate him. Yeah.
And
And
so,
then when Luke jumps off, I am your father, and Luke jumps off and he thinks he killed himself. Vader's like, oh well, like he just.
but yeah, but back to I digress. Back to
Mary Sue.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah, it ain't Mary Sue. She ain't, Leia's not a Mary Sue. That's a bunch of BS. I agree. Mary Sue is just a made up term that people don't really understand the definition of what an example is. That's right, and they just keep using it because they heard somebody else use it. They heard their favorite YouTuber say it one day because they didn't like Rey. They didn't like
I love
Rey.
it when he does the baby voice.
I'm sorry. I'll go Freddie Prinze Jr. on you. You're just pissed off because Han Solo gave his ship to a girl. Shut the F up. Yes, I said F. I said F.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
You what?
Serious.
What?
What?
What's that? Oh.
You said
What?
F.
Oh, I said F. Yes, I said the dreaded F letter. Yep. Coming from somebody who loves The Last Jedi. I do love The Last Jedi because you know what? Because I pay attention. And you know what? People who don't love The Last Jedi are going to have to learn to love it because it ain't going nowhere.
It's there. Yeah, that's why I always say I'll take the good Star Wars with the Star Wars. I'll take Star Wars any ways I can get.
I don't like
Exactly.
The Last Jedi.
And there are beautiful
but
scenes in
I
that
give it a
movie.
pass.
I love one of my favorite things about The Last Jedi is that they made Luke disconnect from the Force to go off the grid. They made him. That's one of my favorite parts of the movie.
And you notice something? So the training that Luke did get was going back to Obi-Wan's house and getting the books and the things that Obi-Wan, his memoirs, and because they talk about that in the book in periodic books.
Luke is literally the definition of a self-made man.
Yes. But Luke reads those things that Obi-Wan wrote down and everything. Did you notice that maybe Obi-Wan was disconnected from the Force there? For a while?
That's what I said in the
Dude,
first episode.
Obi-Wan right now in these 2 episodes is acting a lot like Luke was in The Last Jedi.
It's why he couldn't catch. It's why he could not catch Leia right away when she fell. He had to tap back into the Force because he was disconnected. It took him a minute to remember how to do it.
I'm telling you, he's experiencing part of PTSD is fear, and fear causes you to limit yourself.
Yeah.
He's experiencing a shit ton of fear, guys.
Oh, and I just want to say the scene where he's dreaming, by the way, the night terrors that tie into the PTSD. When he wakes up and he says Qui-Gon's name.
Yeah, we know.
That makes
Qui-Gon's
me wonder
coming.
if Liam's coming, man.
Liam's coming, dude.
God, I hope so.
Liam
Dude.
is coming.
And the only reason
bring
the
Qui-Gon
only
back.
reason Qui-Gon didn't answer him is because he can't feel it. He's not connected.
He's not strong.
That's the thing. He was disconnected from the Force, so of course Qui-Gon couldn't answer him at that point. And you notice they made a point. Okay, I love the recap. Like when your first episode has a when your first episode has a recap. Okay, when your first episode has a recap, it's awesome, and where they just recap the entire prequel.
And they're
trilogy.
literally focusing so hard on the Sith part. Darth
And
Maul, the
you notice
Emperor.
the last thing that it said was Yoda telling him that he was going to be communicating with Qui-Gon.
Yeah, it was really that recap focused on Qui-Gon so much.
And Protoss, look, okay, here's 2 schools of thought. I'm not going to say that I don't know for sure because they haven't said for sure. My guess is though that he was communicating with Qui-Gon at some point and maybe he stopped.
Yeah.
Okay? Because he was given instruction of how to communicate with Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon might have been the one that told him to go off the grid.
It might have been, yeah. So there's 2 schools of thought, and either one I'm really fine with. Is that one, he has been communicating with Qui-Gon. That's why he reached out to Qui-Gon, because like, why would you say something to Qui-Gon if you didn't, if you hadn't, like it's like he's reaching out but not reaching out at the same time, right? So or he has not because he's still trying to figure it out.
And the dreams are
And-
what's making him want to do it.
Yeah, and it's because he's holding back. He's literally holding himself back because of just being scared. Because right now he's scared.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan is scared.
Notice
He
we're
is
not
scared.
talking this deep about Halo. Notice we're not talking this deep about any other shit. That's the proof that this show's good already. The first two
Well,
episodes are at
Halo's
least good.
garbage.
And
Mhm.
what's her name? The female Inquisitor. What's her name?
Reva.
Yeah,
Reva.
Riva or Reva or whatever. I think it's Riva.
Reva, yeah.
Notice when she's cornering him, she says she can sense his fear.
Mhm.
That's what led her to him, was
Yep.
his fear.
Fear.
I really think it's the Star Killer angle, guys. I really
I
do.
do.
I think it's
You
the
know,
Star
Chris,
Killer
I'm
angle.
starting to think it is. I'm starting to really think
They
it's
just put a new character in there, and her name's Riva, but they're using the Star Killer storyline because it was a
well,
great storyline.
that would explain why she's so hip to drag Obi-Wan to Vader.
Vader always wanted to make his own apprentice so they could overthrow the Emperor.
Oh, yeah.
He always wanted to do that.
Oh,
And
she
Star Killer was
there.
supposed to be it, but the Star Killer got
Oh, she
decanonized.
was
Why
there,
not be Riva?
she was there from Order 66, the little kids and stuff. She could be
Yeah.
one of them too.
Yeah. So that was great. Let's see.
She's the one that hid Grogu. Wouldn't that
I
be
do
awesome?
I do think I do think that
Oh, the fake Jedi from episode 2.
the what?
The fake Jedi from episode 2.
I don't like him. I don't like him as an actor. I can't stand him as an actor. I'm sorry. I would have wished they would have had anybody else. I would have wished that they would have had what was the guy who was popular comedian in the early 2000s?
Dane Cook?
Dane Cook. I would have rather had Dane Cook as that dude than this. I would have rather had Carlos Mencia than that dude.
Ouch!
Anybody than that dude. I don't like that dude.
Come
in
on,
anything that
Nanjiani.
he's been in. I don't like. He's
He
not
was
a
good
good
in this,
actor.
though.
He's not a good actor.
He was
He's-
good in this though.
Oh no, he wasn't. I just didn't like him.
I did laugh. I
Dude.
audibly laughed when he was like, when the kid told him, "Look,
Yeah.
we had him," and he goes, "Oh, that's really embarrassing." And he just goes back
Yeah.
to playing cards.
Reva
I did like
Dude,
that
Reva
Obi-Wan.
mind raped the crap out of him too.
I did like the fact that Obi-Wan like just exposed him, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, it showed that
As
he
a
had
fraud,
it kind
yeah.
of showed that he had a good heart. He's probably being I mean he's having to scavenge like being on that planet. Like he's having to kind of cheat the system and do.
I'm
this.
curious as to
But
where
unfortunately,
he's
he's taking
sending
advantage.
Obi-Wan.
He's taking advantage though of innocent people like that woman and her child.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
the
that,
woman.
you know.
He took,
But in
he
the
took
end,
the
he
credit.
gets them to where they need to go. I just
Yeah.
just-
I
That's
wonder
not true,
where
Skip,
he
yeah.
sent Obi-Wan because he just gave him coordinates, and that thing's like an automated ship. Like, where did you?
Probably,
he keeps
probably
saying-
back to Camino.
Because he told him, go to these coordinates. When it takes you to these coordinates, there are people there that'll help you. I
It's
wonder
gonna
where
be
he's
Dax.
sending
He's going
him.
to. He's going to go meet up with Dax. That's who. That's
No,
where he's going.
gonna
He's going to meet up
with
with Dax
Wa-
from Clone Wars.
He's going to meet up with Waste Mendu.
Waste Mindu.
He's there. He's alive. He's alive.
Hey,
He's alive.
maybe Mace Windu shows up in this and gets killed.
Oh my gosh! Imagine. We'll never know.
What if the people he's sending him to is like some sort of weird underground railroad for a Jedi? I mean,
I don't. Well, I think that whoever he sent him to is going to be a big reveal. I have a feeling that it's going to be somebody that we know. I just do.
It probably is.
Time Yoda is still alive.
No, I don't think it's Yoda. It's not. It's definitely
No,
not
it's not
Yoda.
Yoda.
No, Yoda's in seclusion on
What
Dagobah.
about
But
Dude,
Ahsoka?
but
Yoda's
I
even
could see
more-
it. I could see it being Dexter Jetster. I could see it being that.
Yoda's even more off the grid than Obi-Wan was.
Yeah, but I could see it being Dexter. Like
What about Jar Jar?
who was the the diner guy?
The Basilisk. The
Yeah,
Basilisk.
I could see it being Dexter Jetster.
Jar Jar Binks?
It's not Jar Jar. Jar Jar's not coming back. Jar
Jar Jar's a moron.
Yeah, Jar Jar. They
You
even
never
in the books.
know.
In the books, they discredited him and said that he lived this horrible life.
He became a street
He
performer.
He became a street performer that juggled for kids on on Naboo. So yeah, he ain't coming back. But you know what? Lee or not Liam?
Boba Fett?
Ian McDermott has stirred the pot that he is probably coming back for this.
Quick
So
question, and this is something that I noted because it's like I told Stella earlier. I keep my eyes open, especially with Star Wars stuff.
mhm.
Was that C-3PO
I
at
think
the
so.
Alderaan Mansion?
Well, it would be.
Yes.
Yeah, it would be. It would
Well,
be.
yeah, at the end of episode 3, they
Because
said
he's
we're
on
going to
the-
wipe
he-
their minds
Yeah.
and
He's
bring
on
them
the
with us.
Corellian. He's on the Corellian.
And
We might
the
see R2 and C-3PO.
the
on
female
Alderaan.
the droid, the little pop-up thing that Obi-Wan keeps seeing at his cave, is that what's left of his R2 unit? Because that looks like a little pop-up that the R2 units have in
It's
their head.
R5. Yeah, it's R5.
It's R5.
Yeah, it's
R5,
R5.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's
It's
buried
R5.
poor R5 in the
If you
stand.
put the subtitle, it does say C-3PO. So that is a
Oh, and can somebody get like? Can we
My
all
question
agree?
is this. My question is this: was it played by Anthony Daniels?
Who
oh.
cares?
It's possible.
Did
Possible.
did
Maybe.
He was at
What-
Celebration. He was at
I
Celebration
love
this year.
R2 guys, but I've always thought C-3PO is just the worst character in the entire saga. I've
No,
never
no,
liked him.
No, C-3PO. Look, C-3PO serves a purpose. C-3PO serves the purpose of being the eyes and the storyteller. He's the narrator of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Literally. He's
Well,
the
you know
narrator of
what
Star
George
Wars.
Lucas's original plan was for that. Like when he finished his like whole series, it was supposed to be whoever somebody found what was left of C-3PO, and they were reading it through his memory core.
Yeah. And I mean, what I love about that is like in A New Hope, it's stuff people miss, right? Like literally.
Pam says Anthony Daniels was listed in the credits.
That's great because didn't he have a big thing where he said that he shot a scene for it?
Dude,
He's
I'm
like,
telling
this is
you,
my
he was
last
at
time. He's like,
he
this
was
is my
at
last
Celebration
time.
this year.
He was
He
like,
was-
this is my last time as
Yeah. He was on the guest list for Celebration. He was there doing autographs and signings and stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
I got you, RJ. I got you, buddy.
Yeah. So I mean, so there's that. Yeah. So what was I saying though?
You were saying that C-3PO is a wasted character in the saga.
No. See. Oh, I love it how in A New Hope, C-3PO says like when he's talking to Luke, he's like, I don't know, where we've been or what we've done. He's like, I don't have many stories to tell. I'm not a very good storyteller, anyways or whatever. And then
Yep.
by Return of the Jedi, that's what he's
He's a
doing.
storyteller.
He's regaling them with the Ewoks with the story of Star Wars.
I guess he does come in handy for a few things.
He is, man. He's what he is, man. You know what I
Become
mean?
in
He
clubs.
just,
Can I answer Protoss in the chat?
what's that?
Protoss. There was still an Imperial Senate up until Episode 4.
Yep. Because that was one of the key points of Episode 4 because he disbands the Senate in Episode
And the
4.
Imperial Senate will no longer be of any service.
Yep.
The Emperor has dissolved the council permanently.
Yep, and given
What
the
he said.
regional governors control of their territories. Yep.
Fear will keep the local systems in line. Fear of this battle station.
Yes. Yep. That was the whole point was because Leia was a senator. That
Yeah.
was she
Yeah, we
she
know
was the
that,
she was the representative for that. So
Yeah, she was
so
a diplomat.
So
Yeah.
again, yes, the Senate, like even so you got to remember that Palpatine used that attack of the Jedi of his fight with there's an actual scene, or was it a deleted scene, or there's a thing in a book where Palpatine addresses the Senate and talks about how like
That's
something
actually at
about,
the
like,
very end of Revenge of the Sith. He tells them, "I am scarred."
yes, but like something, it's like something about how like in these very chambers or something like that like the Jedi
Oh, it's
you
a
know,
deleted scene. I know which one you're talking
yeah,
about.
it's like a
Yeah,
deleted
it's a
scene. Yeah, it's
scene.
like a deleted scene or something like that where Palpatine is addressing the entire Senate and it says something about like even in these hallowed Senate, chambers, the Jedi knew no end, to come and attack me and and attack us, and try to destroy this beloved institution or whatever and yeah, so so absolutely. That's
You know, I have still not gone through all the deleted scenes in Revenge of the Sith.
It's good stuff, man. I tell you what, man.
I gotta watch those.
Dude. I'm telling you,
They're on Disney Plus, dude.
I absorb all that stuff
Are
like a
they?
sponge, man. I
Go.
absorb all that stuff like a sponge.
I'll have to look for them.
But yeah, so leading up to the end, man, you know, like they get away, but Obi-Wan is just haunted
He's
by the
God,
fact
yeah.
that
Look at all the
Anakin's out
shit he
there.
saw. Look at what he had to do. He had to kill basically a surrogate son. I mean, of course he's going to be all messed up.
Yep. So and then Vader. Now the question is does Vader is that scene
He's in a
just
tank.
used? Is that scene just used for effect, or does Vader actually sense him at that moment? And
I think Vader sensed him because he's tapped back into the Force again.
Maybe he used, but
Maybe.
also it could just be like for them to put an emphasis on what Reva had said to him when he escaped. He's like, you can't. She's like, you can't escape him. He will find you. He wants you. And then it cuts to him in the back to tank. So it could be for effect.
Couple of questions. I have not pre-ordered the Reva figure yet. No, not yet.
Is it coming
I'll
out
Oh,
next year?
Enosh, did you see that Star Wars Celebration special I sent you? The special action figure they're doing at Celebration.
Yeah, the whatchamacallit,
The
John
Favreau,
yeah,
the Favreau Mandalorian.
yeah. Unfortunately, everybody can't get it, so that sucks. So screw that. Did you see the HasLab thing that they're doing, which is this right here, the HasLab Reva Force
They
Effects
sent you this
lightsaber.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I
You buying that?
got a couple of questions about this. One, I don't think it spins. It maybe, but I don't think it does.
Oh man, that's doo-doo.
But I will say this. I will say this though. I see people griping and complaining. I have literally seen people online going, "This is gonna fail," because this is one of those things. Just like my
I already got 5,000.
just like the whatchamacallit, the Razor Crest, right? That
Yeah.
like it has to be crowdfunded, right? That's what HasLab is, right? So it has to be
Right.
crowdfunded. So they have to get, and I think that they put the thing at 5,000 people to get this Black Series lightsaber. It's a
Everybody
double-edged
passed that.
lightsaber. Now it's a double-bladed lightsaber. Here's the thing: lightsabers are $219 to $250 a piece. The fact that
500.
this is only $499, stop griping.
Yeah.
It's literally like I saw all these fans the last couple of days going, I'm not ordering that $500. Listen, go to all these aftermarket companies that are selling lightsabers. They're selling lightsabers for more than what Disney is selling them for. They're selling them for $350 and $400 for like a regular Luke Skywalker lightsaber that
That's
is
a
not
ripoff.
fully to spec because they're extra long for some reason. I don't know why they started doing this, but like they've got to change them just a little bit, right? So it's not exactly to spec. And the only thing that is good for those is a lot of those they make them with the technology so that you can actually fight with them. Okay, but even so, gosh, man, if they're charging $400 for just a regular lightsaber, and this is a great, it's a great collectible.
Does it come with the stand?
Lucifer
It comes with
Lucifer Sabers puts one out. I'm checking the price of it right now. There's a chick that does lightsaber testing and talks about the different companies that make the replica lightsabers and the battle ready lightsabers and stuff.
Mhm.
And she was showing she's got one of the Grand Inquisitor lightsabers. And she says it looks really, it works really good. It's a nice thing. I think it's Lucifer Sabers that puts one out.
I would definitely be
there's
interested.
there's about 5 or 6 different companies that actually
I would definitely be interested in a 6-inch Black Series of the Down on His Luck clone trooper with the beard.
Right. Yeah. Right.
I would buy that.
So I will say this too. Not only, let's see.
Are you buying this?
Not only I got to talk to Tiff, but here's the thing: Tiff has not yet seen the episode.
Oh,
I'm almost sure that once Tiffany sees the episode, she's gonna want this saber for her collection because it's a
It looks
female.
amazing.
It's a female Inquisitor, saber, and I think she's gonna want it. But it looks cool, and like I said, at $500, it's two lightsabers, guys. Like it's literally two lightsabers. That's what it is. It's a double-bladed lightsaber. So what is the gripe? And I saw people going, "Yeah, this is gonna fail. They're not gonna get it. They're not gonna get the 500. They're not gonna get the 5,000 people."
5,000.
Bull
You want
crap,
to
dude.
bet?
I bet you they get like the minute that they actually put this up for pre-order. I don't think it's gone up for pre-order yet, but I guarantee you that the moment that they put this up for pre-order, man, like
It'll
the
sell out
people
quick.
who went to Celebration alone will buy this thing for $500. $500 is a drop in the bucket for a double-bladed lightsaber.
Mhm.
Stop.
Yeah, it'll sell quick.
So,
Yep.
you know what I want to? I want an Ezra Miller saber. There's a place called Saber Force. They make an Ezra did I say Ezra Miller?
Yeah.
Ezra
Yeah, you
Bridger.
did.
Sorry,
Ezra
Ezra
Bridger.
Bridger.
Yeah.
Ezra
Dude.
Bridger. They make an Ezra Bridger, but they it's like $350, $400 for the Ezra Bridger lightsaber. To which I say no. Like I will wait until Disney puts one out at
What? They haven't made one?
$219.
They haven't made a Ezra lightsaber?
What's that?
They haven't made an Ezra saber.
Not yet. No, they haven't
What
made an
the
Ezra saber
fuck?
yet.
Dude, this one that chick was reviewing on her channel, it like the circle parts fold, and you can like it comes apart and everything. You can use them as single sabers.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of this, man. It's like I said, it's two sabers that you connect, and at $500, that means it's $250 for a saber, per
It's
saber.
literally two sabers.
It just means that you buy them at the same time. Just like when I bought my Darth Maul double-bladed saber, I had to buy two regular Maul sabers, right?
Right.
And then I got the double because it has a connector piece in the middle, and that's what it does. Now this may be different, I don't know, but the thing is like this is a thing of beauty, man. This is great. It's the same thing when they did the Asajj Ventress. I only have one side of that. I'm looking to get the other side, because Asajj Ventress is like an S, and you can connect those two to also make a double-bladed saber.
Because she had the curved hilts because of Dooku.
Yeah, and
So it made the S.
yeah, and so this nonsense like of it's $500. Yeah, it's $500. It's two sabers. You know what?
The Saber Forge has a saber called the Bane Mark II. That's got gold embellishments on it. It's freaking gorgeous.
Look, there's some pretty sabers, but like I don't get into custom sabers by companies. I just don't, because
So you're saying you don't
I'm
have
not
your own
into
saber?
I'm not into collecting somebody else's saber design. If it's not in a movie, if it's not in a show.
Well, a lot of these companies will allow you to like make your own saber.
Yeah, but see, I don't even want to do that. I don't want to do that through one of those companies, because you know what? Those companies charge like up the butt for that kind of stuff. And so
Well, I've got one coming eventually that only cost me about $300.
well,
And it was my own design. It wasn't it's supposed to be combat ready and everything. But I mean it's
Now you tell me though if that saber hilt though is like super long, because I don't know what the heck is up with all these companies, but all these companies make these hilts, man, that are like it's supposed to be just like a regular saber. Like they're making the Anakin saber, and it's like super long, and I'm like,
Yeah, but
it's not supposed to be that long. I don't know. But no, I'm interested to see what you get though, man, Thade, when you get it. I will say this. Okay, Protest says I don't like super long distance force sensing. I could see if they're in a passing ship or on the same planet, but not super far like they do in the sequels. Well, here's the thing though about that. Think about this though. Because Pam, this stems from Pam says, could it be that Kenobi's mind in the shock of the revelation reached out to Anakin's mind accidentally and Vader sensed him? Here's the problem though with that thinking. They did it in the original movie. They did it. They literally did it in. I mean, one, it's they did it in Empire, but they also did it in a deleted scene from the deleted opening scene from Return of the Jedi, where Luke is making his saber and him
Putting in an R2, yeah,
and him and Vader communicate. you know, the point of force sensing long distance like that is not that necessarily you can pinpoint where it is, but you got to remember what the force is. The force is everything, right? So it binds everything together. So everything is connected, right? The rock, the tree, the swamp, the stars, the you know, space, the planet, everything is connected. So if everything is connected, it is done in a way that you can sense it. If something is strong in the force, like Luke is very strong in the force, Anakin is very strong in the force, the Emperor is very strong in the force.
Is Ahsoka strong?
I don't know how strong
She's
Ahsoka is at this
average.
point. I mean, I think
Yeah.
you know, I think people, you know, we love Ahsoka. Don't get me wrong, but
she doesn't have the kind of power that
you know,
Anakin
but
or
yeah,
Luke
she's not
have,
like
you know.
mega, you know, whatever.
Obi-Wan doesn't even have that kind of
yeah,
power.
I mean, and
you
think
know?
about this, but think about how strong the Emperor was, because that the whole point of him was that he masked his presence with the dark side, so that the Jedi were right there with him. Oh, Yoda was right there in the office with him, man, and didn't sense him. Here's RJ. What's up, RJ?
Hello.
What's up, man?
Hey, RJ.
Doing good, yeah. Just watched the episodes. I have no clue what everyone thought, but I liked it.
They're
It was good.
woke garbage.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm seeing some takes already that it's corporate drivel, that it's a bait and switch.
No,
It's all about
no,
Leia.
they
They abandoned Luke.
That is just so stupid.
Yeah, is it bad that the moment I saw Reva, I'm like, people are really gonna hate this character?
I knew
like,
they
and
were.
not for like her
Scipio's
being a
already
bad
saying
guy.
it's not even the Obi-Wan show, it's the Reva show, and I'm like, I want to go back and she was in a lot of it, but not more than Obi. Obi's in like every scene. She's in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't
But I
understand why-
assume everyone here liked it.
Yeah,
Loved it.
loved it.
Loved it.
Yes,
Yeah,
loved
it's
it.
a lot of
Star
time.
Wars is back, baby. It feels like Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean, I know Enosh, you're still worried about the Vader stuff. I know, but I don't know. I got confidence in them after these 2 episodes. Like, I believe that they can handle it correctly. Honestly, I don't know. We'll
Let's
see.
see.
Though.
We
We'll
have
see.
5 days. We have 5 days until.
And I like that they're
episode
fleshing
3.
out stories we've never seen before. You know what I mean? We've never seen
I
those.
like how you think. You do suck.
Yeah.
Enosh is a brother.
But it's about the way I'm gonna feel.
Actually, biggest surprise of the episode that I did not see coming at all. Tamora Morrison playing a live action clone. I was so happy with that. That was so cool.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Because the thing is, y'all know it's a test run, right? We're getting live action clones. I mean,
Yep.
we're seeing Tamora Morrison play clones again, obviously,
That
at
is
some
not
point.
a problem.
I think it's
Well,
Rex.
you know what? So I will say this. I will say we already got live action clones here. Like that whole opening scene, it was very nice to see for the first time ever clones played with actual actors in actual suits, not CGI.
Oh yeah.
The
absolutely,
whole
True.
opening sequence in the Jedi Temple, all live action. Obviously the backgrounds were, CGI, but all of those clones, like getting blasted away and shooting at that Jedi, all live action. That was so great to see something tangible.
Also, in story at this point, some of the stormtroopers are still clones.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're
The
right.
entire
They would be.
501st.
Yeah,
They
actually,
would be.
the majority.
All
of
of
them
the
should be.
501st are still clones. Vader
Yeah.
kept his clone.
He kept it. He's the only one that got to keep his clones.
Yeah. Yes, you do suck. We mentioned this a lot at the beginning of the stream. Was that little girl was just amazing.
I'll be honest, I was really worried about the idea of seeing like a young Luke and Leia, but I was like, that actress is good. She did a good job. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm okay with this. Like, I'm not like
absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I mean, like, she was so sassy too, which I loved. Like, she had some really funny lines. Like when she was talking to her cousin, like psychoanalyzing him, or like when she was back talking to Obi-Wan.
I hated that kid, man.
Well,
but I think you were supposed to.
Yeah, it came across as she was psychoanalyzing him, but really she was just reading him with the Force.
Oh yeah, no, it was a Force thing. Yeah, I didn't catch it the first time. Someone brought it up. I'm like, oh yeah, she did feel his energy of the Force. Yeah.
Okay, can we briefly though talk about something that happened at Celebration today?
Andor.
Did you hear the stuff about the Andor show? I like how they say that the second season is going to lead right into Rogue One.
Yeah. So
The
I will say about Andor.
Well, I know you're talking about that more tomorrow, though, too, right?
Yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit more about that tomorrow. I had a whole show planned with a bunch of stuff. I mean, Blue Beetle stuff came out
yeah,
today.
but then all of a sudden they're like, "Hey, episodes come out in 2 hours
because
early."
like I thought it was going to come out at 3 a.m, and I wasn't gonna, like right now, and I wasn't gonna wait till 3 a.m. to watch it and do that. So so that was my thing, and so once I found out it was coming out at midnight, I'm like, yeah, heck yeah, I'm watching that. But yeah, so I got a whole show planned out for tomorrow. I'm hoping to go at like maybe 3 or 4 in the afternoon tomorrow Eastern time, and do an early show when I get back from back from school. So, but here's the thing.
He was an H part.
But here's the thing. What was it? Okay, so Andor. I like the fact that it's Andor, but Andor was the least interesting thing in that trailer.
Thank you.
The things that go on in there were amazing. Like the stuff to
The
see.
Mon Mothma shit.
Mon Mothma stuff,
God,
man.
And
yes,
who knew she was that good looking? Holy shit.
Well, yeah, we knew. But yeah, like the Andor stuff, man. I love the fact that like, yeah, it's called Andor. Yeah, we're probably gonna follow, Cassian Andor as he, joins up and blah 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 blah. Goody. The thing that I'm looking forward to that show is all of the other characters and all of the other storyline and all of the other things that show how the senators started to come together to actually put the rebellion together and all those things.
All the political stuff, that's going to be really interesting. All the
that's going to be really
interesting. Of that, yeah.
That's going
I don't agree though, Fourth. I don't think Obi-Wan looked cheap.
No,
like Mando and Boba.
No, it did not.
I know Fourth is saying that it looked cheap like webisodes. I did not get that feeling at all. They look like cheap webisodes.
Fourth.
Oh
no,
God.
No,
Anna,
bro.
that Star Wars girl, tweeted out the bait and switch is in full force with this series.
What the hell?
Remember, guys, they have to do it.
Yeah, okay, you have to. For context, right? People have been getting ready to hate Kenobi because there's been supposed leaks or whatever. They've been building up this narrative that the show is really about Reva, not Obi-Wan, and I'm just like, that's why I hate fans. I genuinely hate fans sometimes. I really do.
She's a dumb.
Fans that don't really watch the show.
Well, my thing is like these types of people. Like I'm seeing like Keel versus Babyface Neurotic watch. It's like Neurotic's like, I didn't pay to watch this. I watched it for free. I pirated it. I'm like, you don't like Star Wars. Why are you even watching it? Like,
exactly.
It's just like I just don't understand people who waste their time like.
Okay, Enoch is still face palming.
Yeah.
I think he's genuinely broken.
Yeah.
I think they broke him.
Yeah. We broke Enosh.
No, can I just say he
looks like someone just kicked a puppy in front of him. Like he just looks like so defeated.
You're a bunch of lying, effing scumbags. You can't enjoy anything without griping, bitching, and complaining about it because you have to hold up some kind of YouTube cred. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're sellouts. You don't have an original thought in your bodies, in your minds. I would question if you even have half a brain. It's amazing that you even have the ability to tweet because you're morons. And yeah, I will call you names because you deserve to be called names for the atrocities that you keep perpetrating on fandom. You live in your little YouTube freaking bubble and you think you're just going to cause chaos for everyone and just ruin everything. Get off your high horse. Anna, that Star Wars girl, has no carte blanche to be able to talk about anything because she doesn't know anything about anything. She spent an hour griping about Galaxy's Edge and went in a little slinky black dress. She doesn't even know what to even dress to go to a theme park, for God's sake. How in the world are you going to trust her for information on what something is and if it's good or not? She's a spoiled little brat. Half these people are. I'm so sick of this nonsense. It's just absolute nonsense. You're going to go and pirate the show, right? Because you're going to show them, aren't you? You're going to show them up, aren't you? You're going to put Disney right in their place. You're the one lapping up to another teat to get mommy's milk. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Just trying to cut things down and trying to convince people that something's bad that they would never think is bad on their own. But unfortunately, they're the mindless masses who will look to you just like I'm teaching middle school, and just the fact that I have a YouTube channel, all of a sudden kids are coming up to me in the hall. You're famous. I subscribe to your channel. And as much as I appreciate that, I keep telling them, no. But people look at fame. People look up to people. People look up and trust the voices of people that they have no business trusting. If you subscribe to that, but I guess it's literally like subscribing, right? So like, but if you subscribe to that, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. You're just not going to enjoy life. I guess you're just here to be pissed off at everything and then die. That's what you have to look forward to. Well done. Hope you enjoy that existence, because that existence sucks.
Do you have a mic?
If you don't like it, fine, but don't make up a bunch of BS about it that's not true.
Somebody posted a thing with
yeah.
a Pokemon character pointing at a thing that says hating popular things doesn't make you an interesting person.
Scipio, don't watch it then. If it's boring to you, don't watch it.
Nobody
you can't. That's not the bottom line. That's the bottom line for you. And if you don't like it, stop watching it and just don't talk about it anymore.
Yeah, that's that simple.
I guarantee you won't.
You'll still be blabbing about it on every.
I guarantee you won't. You'll watch the next episode to see how boring that is too. I enjoyed it. I absolutely loved it. It made me feel warm feelings inside to see a young Leia do the things that she did and say the things she did and act the way that she did. It was awesome to see the story. Here's the problem. People aren't Star Wars fans. You know what they like? Lightsaber fights. You know what they like? Space battles. They don't like the story.
Or internet drama behind it.
Yeah,
that's what they
don't
like.
They don't like the story. People don't like the story. People don't want to hear the story.
Well,
People don't want to be told the story of Star Wars. I want to be told the story of Star Wars. I want to see what happened to a young Luke and Leia. You can say, well, it's boring. It's just a couple of kids. It's Luke and Leia.
And nobody brought up her climbing the tree, by the way. Yeah, but I'm shocked and amazed at how many people in Max's chat and your chat, though, are professional filmmakers. I had no idea that all these people in these chats are like out there making better movies and better TV shows than...
Well, I was gonna.
It's like all the high school movies where everybody's a classically trained dancer.
Yeah, look, Darth Scipio. Listen, I'm not trying to personally insult you. I'm fed up with people saying things as fact just because you got an opinion. I've got an opinion. And if we all come to it with that, saying, "Hey, this is my opinion. This is how I feel about it." It's just like today. I tweeted out about how like I do not like at all the Flash costume. When I look at the Flash costume, you know what I think? The sound of squeaking rubber comes to mind.
What about
seriously? I just see the Flash running in that going squeak 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 because it looks like rubber rubbing against rubber. Okay, but all I said today was because you all know I have not been super excited about the Blue Beetle movie. Yet I see the Blue Beetle costume today, and I'm like,
amazing.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Like what?
Literally just seeing a few pictures, and I'm like, okay, you got my interest. You got my interest now, right? And I tweeted out today, why is it that a lower tier DC character can get an amazing comic book accurate
C+
costume that looks really good?
It's 1-to-1 to the comics, by the way.
Yes,
like, exactly.
But yet a freaking member of the Justice League who is a critical member of the DC universe and has actually shaped the DC universe.
Literally.
Get something that looks like rubber over foam muscles. And it just doesn't make any sense.
No,
listen, if the person is watching, if the girl who is watching, who was on Twitter, because I got attacked. You all know how much flack have I taken from Snyder Bros for the last few months for supporting the Flash movie?
A lot.
Right?
Plenty.
Yeah.
Right? But here I got people who don't know that, right? Have no clue what my thing was at, but they saw that tweet, and I got two things. I got, first of all, people attacking me because they said that I was attacking the Flash.
Oh my
That I was attacking the Flash movie. Okay? And then I literally had a lady, and I didn't know it was a lady, and I had to apologize to her because I finally said, come on, man. Because I didn't know that it was a girl, because I was literally in between classes that I was teaching today, and I didn't have time to go, because she was like, well, it's in my profile bio. And I'm like, I didn't have time to go look at your profile bio. I don't, everybody who has a conversation with me for just a couple seconds, response on Twitter, I don't go look at their profile.
Yeah, that's not the
bio.
first thing I do either. I never
Right.
do that.
So, but I apologize because I realized, because it was like, I'm a girl, or I'm a female. And I was like, okay, hey, I apologize. Right. And then we were cool with it. But here's the thing, was mad at me. Here I was literally praising Blue Beetle, saying that Blue Beetle looked interesting now, and that costume was amazing. And that was the whole point of the tweet. And I got told that I was crapping on Blue Beetle because I called it a lower tier DC character.
Oh, that wasn't the worst one.
That me calling it a lower tier means that I was saying that Blue Beetle is bad. And I tried to point out that, and told me that I didn't know anything about Blue Beetle. To which I responded, I do know about Blue Beetle. I read Blue Beetle. I literally interviewed Dan Jurgens, who wrote for Blue Beetle for years, and teamed him up with Booster Gold, who Dan Jurgens created. And Dan Jurgens is one of my heroes. He's my favorite writer and comic guy. And I'm like, and all she came back with was, well, just because you interviewed him doesn't mean that he shares your sentiments. I'm like, that's not what I said. You said that I don't know who Blue Beetle is. I know who Blue Beetle is. And I know what he does. I know who he is. And I even asked my son today, I'm like, hey, Landon, what would you consider Blue Beetle? He's like, well, he's like a C-list character. Doesn't mean that he's bad. He could be written wonderfully. He could be written tremendously. But as far as being known in the public vernacular, the common person doesn't even know who Blue Beetle is. That's all that was saying. I was not saying the Blue Beetle was bad, but here's the thing. People don't read. People don't listen. People go to the movies and they see a bunch of flashing blue and red and sometimes purple and green lights hitting each other and clashing, and that's all they see. That's all they want. They want to see flips. They want to see ignition lightsabers. They want to see space battles. They want to see stuff blow up. And thank you, Michael Bay.
Yeah.
That's all they want to see. They don't want to be told a story. They don't want a slow burn anymore. A movie, the great movies of history, like Gone with the Wind, like the 10 Commandments, Ben-Hur, 12 Angry Men, all these things that have slow burns and literally have moments of absolute silence. Today, people would say they're horrible films. Can't get into them.
I'd like to see most of these people watch the movie Gandhi and think it's, dude, that's an amazing movie, but most people today would be like, it's so boring and long.
Yeah. Well, I was going to mention that wasn't even the worst thing I saw, because I saw somebody basically say that, someone was making a racial thing, saying that you're putting down the minority character. And I had to correct them, being like, no, that's not what he was doing at all. Yeah, no, because I replied to somebody, I was like, dude, Enosh is a good guy. He's not a Snyder bro. He's not any of this. He's a Zack Snyder fan, yes, but he's not being racist. I'm like,
I know.
It's just I had to run in there and run defense, immediately.
As
So
from Hill versus Babyface.
This down.
As from Hills versus Babyface says, General Obi-Wan Kenobi can't fucking catch a 10-year-old girl. It's embarrassing how they try to create tension from that.
Again, these are people who don't actually create
said by
things,
people
though.
who've never had sex to even be able to know what it's like to have to raise a 10-year-old girl or a 10-year-old child. Hey, Babyface, when you actually find your penis, and maybe one day use it with I mean, if you're gonna procreate, I guess that way you'd have to find a female. But I mean, whoever you want to use your penis with is your business.
Maybe he needs to take the saran wrap off of his penis. That'd be nice.
I'm just saying, like it's like he got it from the factory and he never took that little plastic, off of his penis, and it's like years later you realize, oh my gosh, there was plastic on this thing,
right.
But so if you ever find your penis and you're actually able to use it and you're blessed with the ability to have a child, let me tell you something, kids, when you're not using the force to command them, especially kids who are obstinate, kids who are know-it-alls like Leia was, I don't care if you're freaking Obi-Wan Kenobi, you got to chase him down, and it's not that easy. But, good on you, I guess.
Right. Well, the thing that got me funny is that he also tweeted, Kenobi is a depressing look into how bad writing dominates consumer-led programming that places ideology ahead of story. I'm like, what ideology is being proposed in this show? Because there's female characters? Like, there's no explanation. It's just like you take it at face value. Like, we're not going to explain, just... They're putting ideology
because these idiots are just like, ooh, bad writing. It's got bad writing. It's got bad this. It's got bad. Like, they just use these catchphrases. They don't know what these things even mean. They wouldn't know how to write their way out of Babyface's underwear. It's. I swear to God, it's ridiculous. It's so over the top and just stupid. That look, these people, I'll be honest with you, like I wouldn't normally say this about people, but these people don't deserve platforms. They don't. And you know what the problem is there's a bunch of morons who follow. Look at the Mike Zeros of the world.
Don't remind me.
I mean, do you think Mike Zero deserves the platform that he has? No.
Nope.
But you know what? Here's the classic thing. You tell people what they want to hear, right?
Real quick, Enosh.
Hold on. You tell people what they want to hear. And if you tell people what they want to hear, they'll just listen to you. They don't care about the truth. There was a tweet that came out today that, I almost answered, from a certain scooper about a certain universe and stuff that was supposedly going to happen.
Doomcock?
No, about the DC universe, about the Snyderverse,
Oh.
And I almost answered it. But I didn't want to because the second I answer it, people get all pissed off.
Yeah, they're gonna.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Listen, these scoopers, they're literally just telling you what they want. Don't you think it's interesting when like the only scoops that certain people have are just about the Snyderverse?
Yeah.
Like only about the Snyderverse. Who do you think that might be because they're trying to zero in on a fandom and like literally bleed it to death?
No, people taking advantage of Snyder fans. What?
No, I mean, look. There's already people like heels versus babyface, penis versus skin flap, and Anna that hard to listen to girl, and those people right who got the Star Wars market cornered on nonsense, and doom shoot. But then you got, now you got, people who are just, very suddenly taking over the DC aspect of that.
I see what you did there.
Right. But, hey, if you just want people to tell you what you want to hear, guess what? It's all happy. Yes, Star Wars is woke. Everything is horrible. The world's going to end one day. You're all going to die. So you know what? Why don't you just bitch about everything? Because that'll make it better.
Coming tomorrow. Don't worry.
Yeah.
That'll make it
Don't
better.
enjoy anything. Hate everything.
Don't enjoy it.
No one will talk to you.
Yep. Don't enjoy
Just
anything.
do your own thing. Yeah.
Yep. Live in the past. Let's all just have the same thing that we had back in the 70s and the 80s because God knows that nothing can ever move past that. And let's just, call it good,
They may destroy your childhood, but you're not living in it. So don't.
I'm going to have a brain aneurysm in a moment. Because
Brodan wanted to know if he could get the link so he could come in and say something real quick.
So here's the thing, guys. This was only gonna be like a short video because this is all I wanted to talk about was the show.
Yeah, just this.
I literally have to get up in 3 hours, so I am gonna call it quits. Brodan, I love you, but yeah, no, Brodan, we're gonna have to get on a better thing because I sent out the link to like a lot of people, and so like I want you on here, but I need you to.
Well, the link that you sent originally, I think I don't know what was going on. It was
Yeah,
it
people
was
were
the link
saying
for
that it didn't
tomorrow.
work. Where did it go to?
The stream
It goes to the
tomorrow.
one for tomorrow.
Afternoon one.
Oh, did it? Oh,
Yeah.
That's weird. So I apologize for that. But yeah, yeah.
Nobody's talking about Stranger
I got
Things.
this. I got this to
about
say.
this
I got
anyway.
this. I got the. Yeah, we'll talk more about this tomorrow. But I got this to say to those people.
Your opinion makes you look like a
So there you
Kind
go.
of say sad tweet of the week. That Star Wars girl saying Vader is second in command to the effing Emperor. Literally everyone in the galaxy knows that. Acting like that's a big reveal to Kenobi that Vader is alive is beyond stupid. Stop having fake fans write your shows at Disney.
Hey! Did you see her latest video? I'm in it.
You are?
Yeah, so I just found something out. So I never knew that your hair grows from up here. I never knew that. I always thought that your hair grows from right here and it just grows and grows and grows. Is there hair in my head? Like I
What the hell is that?
Oh my god. Hey, go watch Kenobi, everyone. It's good, and you know.
Go watch Kenobi. It's good.
Yeah,
I
go
like
watch
it.
Stranger Things.
I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, Stranger Things is out now too. I gotta get on that.
Yeah, that's
where I'm
not
going.
good.
That's where I'm heading right now.
So much to watch this weekend. So little time.
Oh man,
I like what
got
Pam Wolf
listen.
says.
Talk
A
about
decade
it.
of death and atrocity, and you try catching a 10-year-old fueled by fear and adrenaline.
Thank you. Thank you.
Talk about a day of days. For me, this was a big day. This is a big deal. Not only
can't
did you get to
watch
see my favorite Jedi of all time,
Did
back
Stranger
on
Things
screen.
all drop at once?
Yes.
Netflix
dropped all at
no,
once.
Hold on,
no,
wait,
no.
one at a time. One at a time.
No, to explain, they dropped the first volume, which is the first 7 episodes. The last 2 episodes are July.
Why do you always
1st.
got to over-explain everything, RJ?
Because I want to clarify. Because
They dropped it all at once.
I was about to say that, RJ,
they
before you
dropped it
ran me
all-
over.
They dropped it all at once.
Well, you know, I like running people over with cars. You know that.
They dropped it all at once. It was pretty simple.
Good luck. I don't watch that.
I got my favorite fighter pilot from the 80s and my favorite Jedi on the same day.
Somewhere George Lucas is pissed off. Apparently, you know, I'm sure that you know the fandom menace, you know, knows that you know George is pissed off somewhere.
As the creator of Mara Jade,
Wait! I am not the creator of Mara Jade, and I want you to get out of this office right now.
I'm sorry, Zach.
No way.
You brought
No
it
way.
You brought it on yourself.
I don't want you here.
I'm so
Out.
sorry, George. I didn't think it would go like this.
Out.
Then I got your voucher.
That's funny.
Second George.
I'm going
Get him,
to
George.
watch Stranger Things right now. I'm out. I love you guys.
Oh, you crazy.
I am
Night, Chris.
All right.
Night,
all right.
Chris.
So that's
Have
it.
fun.
That's
Good luck.
if
Watch
I
trash.
if I gotta give these first 2 episodes a grade, I gotta say, man, for me, nailed it, both of them. I give them both a 10.
Yeah.
10.
A+ is for me, guys. A+ is for me.
A+ is for me.
And this is coming from a real Star Wars fan. Been there since '77. Okay.
Heck yeah, we got the high ground. Absolutely, Luke. We got the high ground, man.
I'll give it a 9 out of 10 and an 8 out of 10.
H Barts. You like cheese. You're welcome. That's it. All right. Yeah, Pam, you're absolutely right. That's a great comment. That's a great comment. Yeah.
Like, tell me you don't have children without telling me you don't have children. You try chasing a 10-year-old child.
Just saying. Just saying, man. Like, you can tell that they never use their penis. Like, when they're just like, kids, I don't know anything about them. Yes. Yep. Okay. All right. Well, you know, I got a room full of toys, and guess what? I still get to use my penis all the time. So there you go.
Oh, my gosh.
As more than a lightsaber. Anyway.
Heck yeah, man. Well, sometimes I do use it as a helicopter.
Pudding!
hey, the Lonely Island said it best with the song. What was the song from Saturday Night Live where they did that song Three Way with Lady Gaga? what's his name with Justin Timberlake. You know, when they did the Dick in the Box guys, but the
Yeah.
sequel
Oh,
to
yeah.
that was you know, it's okay when it's in a three, and then they do this whole breakdown part, and they're like to impress a chick, helicopter dick, helicopter dick, helicopter, and they're just like. So every once in a while, I just get out of the shower and I'm like, "Hey, Tiff, you want to be impressed?"
There's a scene in an episode of Supernatural where the brothers have got themselves in an asylum trying to figure out a case, and they dope up Jensen Ackles' character Dean, and he runs up on the wall. He runs up on the window and he drops his pants in front of Nurse, and it doesn't show it, but you can tell he's helicoptering, and he goes pudding.
Yes. So Blake, we did kind of talk about that. We briefly. He's not dead. He's not dead.
I'll be
Yeah,
honest,
he's
for
not.
like a quick second, I was like, please don't tell me they're doing this. But then I actually thought rationally for a second. I'm like,
Rebels,
they would never let
Rebels.
that happen.
No,
Like,
they're
just throw. All they gotta do is throw him in a back to tank, and he's fine.
Well, yeah, they're gonna do something because we already saw his death, RJ.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They can't say Rebels didn't happen because
Yeah.
that's literally
Rebel
canon. So
happens.
Well, oh wait. The Veil of the Force. This is proof that we're on a different timeline, don't you know? And
that'll be Mike Zero's video tomorrow. That the death of the Grand Inquisitor.
That's my next.
proves
That should be my Mark Uno video. Is the Veil of the Force? This proves that we're on a different timeline now, and that
would be a
the future
great video. You got to make that video. That would make that would get so many clicks.
That the future is changed now because of that.
Bro, after he gets stabbed with the lightsaber, he's gonna kill her. I'm sorry.
Yes,
He's
Pam.
gonna
Yeah. He's gonna end up killing her in the end.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
gonna slaughter her. Pam. Yes, soon the Orville is coming. Yes, Vince. I watched Strange New Worlds. Strange New Worlds is just like fantastic.
I gotta get on it.
I got nothing but positive things to say about Strange New Worlds.
Yeah.
Every episode just keeps getting better.
So is that woke?
Yep. Yeah, I'll have to make like 12 Mark Uno videos tomorrow, but they'll all be the same video. So if I just post the same thing 12 times, does that work? Because I mean that's pretty much what he does.
Yeah.
Exactly, Tony. They're pulling a cop man.
Yeah. Look, the Grand Inquisitor death thing is a bait and switch. We you know, I mean, which heel versus babyface should know about that because he does a lot of baiting.
With his switch.
So there you go. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for being here for our up to the minute review of the thing, the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. I can't wait to see what the next four. There's only 4 more episodes. That's the crazy thing. There's only 4 more.
The next episode's in 5 days too.
Like, come on, man. Come on, only 4 more. Jeez, that's not fair.
There might be a season 7.
Cam Wolf makes a good point. Grand Inquisitor's not human, so he's not dead.
True. Well, Obi-Wan put it best when it comes to all those naysayers.
You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
So there you go.
We must be cautious.
Yes, we must be cautious. So stay good, guys. And thanks to the panel for being here. Thanks to everybody who showed up tonight. And look, if you didn't like it, that's fine. Okay? Look, somebody's going to leave a freaking comment, and they're just going to be like,
you always say you respect everybody's opinion, but you're saying that they suck, and you should respect their opinion, and blah, blah, blah.
Listen, I respect your opinion, okay? If you don't like it, that's fine. We can have that conversation. But when you sit there and you just gripe about stuff and you just make stuff up just to make stuff up, just to be contrary, I don't respect that, and I never will. So there you go. So there you go, right? So guess what? Be good to each other. Don't let anybody tell you that your fandom doesn't matter, because it does matter. And don't tell anybody that their fandom doesn't matter, but seek to have good conversations. And just remember that Kathleen Kennedy ain't going nowhere.
Because they're on a bonus.
So, and treat each other good.
But she was fired today.
Amazing. Every word of what you just said was wrong.
I mean, that was a woke scene anyways.
Oh, yes. Yeah. It's very, very, very woke.
The last
So woke.
So fucking garbage.
That was the wokeiest woke that's ever woked.
Well, it's more Snoke than anything else. It's all Snoke and mirrors. But don't forget, kids, take your Doom Agra. Guaranteed to keep your anger rock hard. That's right. Doom Agra by Crockett Johnson Industries. Don't forget. Right, and while you're there, hey, you know what? While you're picking up your prescription, go visit MZU. Enroll today. Mike Zero's University of Grifting and Clickbait. Financial aid available through Crock of Johnson Scholarship Fund.
I missed this.
I'll tell you what. If you got to just flush everything out, don't forget to take a Doom enema. Also from Crockett Johnson Industries, because when you need to flush out all that logic and sense and just make something bad just for clicks and views, Doom enema. Always. Always. And
the farce will be with you always.
go tweet to Mr. Johnny Pop over there and tell him, hey, I want more 2 cents on nonsense. Do it at Johnny Pop. Find him. He's really easy to find. Mike Zero's girlfriend recommends it. So there you go. All right, guys. Have a good night. I'm gonna go get some sleep and we'll go teach. And I got half a day tomorrow, so it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
All right. And hi to all the kids who subscribe to the channel. We actually, you know what? I think we got out from the shadow ban. We literally went up 100 subscribers.
Oh, that's great.
Yay! Hey, but man, I'm out there hustling, man. I'm out there hustling. I got the business cards out there. I'm like, hey, have you heard of Poindexter Lounge? Hey, Poindexter Lounge.
Dude,
every class I teach and I tell them I got a YouTube channel. They're like, what is it? I'm like, I'll put it up here on the board. Poindexter Lounge.
I've been shopping the name out there too. I've gotten a couple of people so they're gonna come subscribe. So
thank you. Hey guys, no, seriously though, in all seriousness, if you watch the channel, if you're watching this video, tell somebody about the channel. It's a really simple thing to do. You enjoy it, like even if you hate us, like even you bots that just showed up for some reason. Do you want to have some naked fun? I won't get naked, but I guess if you give a big enough super chat, I might. Helicopter lightsabers for everyone. So there you go. All right. Big enough super chat, you never know what you might get. It's the OnlyFans. Nah. All right, guys. Until next time, stay good to each other, and stay nerdy.
Peace.
May the force be with you. Good night.
Always.